What's up, NASCAR 15 fans? David Land here, continuing the chase, starting a new round, and you may notice the car looks probably a little bit better than it did the last time because we picked up some sponsorship. That's not a new sponsor. That's not a new sponsor. That is American Ethanol for 14 grand for 12 races. Sirius XM for 55,000 per race at a length of 14. Holly EFI for 14,000 for 13. And then, of course, a Valvoline for 33 for 10. So, yeah, Sirius XM, pretty big sponsor. Unfortunately, we didn't have any money left over from the first few rounds of the chase. So going into Charlotte, we've got a little bit less horse than I would like, to say the least, going in. But if you look at it, driver's standings, we are leading the chase because we got into the last round with a win. The people still in the contention all the way down to Carl Edwards. So Kenseth, Earnhardt, Kane, and Busch were all eliminated in the first round. I'm pretty sure Cole Witt was in the chase at one point. Oh yeah, that's right, because yeah, Cole Witt was eliminated from the chase, but on points he's 23rd. Good championship system there, NASCAR. So let's head on to Charlotte and see if we can take another win, if that makes sense, and punch our ticket into the next round of the chase. So Jimmy Johnson will start from the pole, Kyle Busch second, Truex third, Kenseth fourth. Down through the rest of the field, where did we qualify? Well, unfortunately, we're way down the order. We're all the way down here in 38th position. I was able to do 28s in practice, but once it came to qualifying, I screwed up on my clean air lap, and then once everybody else got out onto the track, it kind of turned into a bit of a wreck fest. So that's possibly what's going to happen here today. Those of you who like to see NASCAR 15 wrecks are probably going to like this race. Let's send it over to Daryl Mike and get this thing underway.
Welcome to Charlotte Motor Speedway for tonight's Bank of America 500. I'm Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip.
Mike, you like playing at home?
Sure.
Well, all these teams do, and this is the home game for the race teams. They're all in the area right here. This is their home racetrack. Family, friends, everybody comes over here. Big night of racing.
A big super speedway, Darrell, a weather-sensitive racetrack, and one where strategy is key.
Well, racing into the night, that changes everything. It changes setup. This is one of the races in the chase. Everybody puts a lot of special emphasis in winning at Charlotte.
It's a short, fast ride to go home. Let's find out who will be first to the finish line.
So early on in this race, we're going to just try to bank some points, see how far we can get up the field without crashing or causing too much issues. I like how this car looks. I know some people probably won't, but I went for simple over complex. Here we go.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go all night racing, boys and girls!
Well, we're racing, and Michael Waltrip got an insane start. He came right up through the middle of the field, and he is already halfway to Tallahassee by now. But regardless, we are green and racing. I added a ton more wedge than I had in qualifying because I knew I was going to be racing in traffic. So we're going to see how it stacks up here into turn number 3.
Clear, clear.
Ooh, that's, well,
2 back, coming low. Closing on the bottom.
it stacked up pretty well, but I had to kind of dive out of the way of everybody kind of slowing down. I was going to say that in NASCAR Heat, turn 3 and 4 is where you can make up all your time at Charlotte. Because they go so, the AI drives so slowly in that corner that it just allows you to be able to make up a ton of time. Here, the AI goes slow, but they're all packed together, so it's kind of hard to actually make up any time in 3 and 4.
Car 3 back.
As you can see, just completely blocking the track, and then the AI will not show me the same kind of courtesy. As Casey Mears tried and actually succeeded in passing me. It looked like there was another car getting sideways further up the field, but somehow
Keep a good pace.
no crashing occurred.
Clear right side.
So now it's just going to be, can we start moving up through the field here as everybody gets spread out just a little bit, and can we block Casey Mears? Looks like I'm going to lose it. I guess not. Wow, that was, well.
Keep her steady, buddy.
I counted my chickens before they hatched, apparently. And that's going to really screw me here because we're now well behind the field.
Gap to the leader.
And this is not what we need for the chase. That is for certain sure. So now, well, I guess the one positive I can take away from this is now we're clean. We have clean air to kind of take advantage of as we head, you know, off into turn 3 where we can really probably make up most of our lap time. Now we were losing to the AI. Oh, that's a little bit close, but as you can see, it's still faster than my best lap time to date. A good 0.4 of a second faster, in fact. So this is where we're going to make up all the time, is just running as fast as we can through the corners while we're unencumbered. My new favorite word when referring to NASCAR things, apparently. As we're just going to completely slide the car through 3 and 4. It's probably not the best thing for the tires. I am expecting that we'll get better fuel mileage than the AI. Seeing how much better is going to be a real key to how this one turns out. As we're really starting to make up time on Gilliland here, we just got to run consistent lap times, and I think we'll be moving towards the front. As you can see, my personal best is a 28.9, and my best lap, or the best lap of the race, is a 28.7 as we get up into the wall. And still, we're actually running faster than we had the rest of the race, despite clocking the wall. So 3 and 4, clearly we get a bit of push in there. I may have taken a little too much out of the car wedge-wise, or put too much in, and now it's a bit understeery where I don't want it to be. Now, of course, the key is finding that balance where the car won't spin coming off of the corner. But right now, as you can see, the car just wants to go to the wall on the outside. We're going to run our fastest lap of the race. Yeah, just barely at a 29.5. So still a second below where I could theoretically be running. And now we're getting a really good run through 1 and 2. 2/10 up down the back straightaway. And now into 3 and 4. Let's see what we can make up here. We know what the car is going to do on the exit of the corner, so we're going to kind of keep it next to the white line. Exit off of the corner, 3/10 ahead. There you go, another 3/10, fastest lap of my race, and we're almost into the 28s. But now that we're getting into traffic, things are going to get a little bit more difficult. I'm actually 2/10 down on this lap, which is a bit frustrating. But if we start passing guys on our own merit and not just based on fuel strategy, that is going to be a good sign for the end of the race. I am actually kind of praying that once the pit stop sequence starts, we will be able to catch a lot of the field out with a yellow. I don't know if I'll be able to lap many guys. As you heard the spotter say, we're faster than the car in front, but I was in the high line, Gilliland was in the high line, and I got in the wall and damaged the car just a little bit. That's a bit annoying for sure. But here we go into turn number 3. Just get it nice down under the white line, which really isn't the best place to go. And off of the corner, through the dog leg. And let's see if we can get a real good shot here at Gilliland. And we've got decent pace. We're still at that 2/10 off, but again, we've got very worn tires at this point. Car gets down to 3 and 4. Definitely. Oh, that was a big wash up there in the middle of the corner. I thought for sure I was going to be able to pull in and pass Gilliland there, but the car had other ideas and decided to skate all over the place down there in the center. Let's see what we can do here. No, the car is we've lost another 2/10. 2/10 off of what I was doing earlier. Now half a second down the back straightaway. And again, some of that is down to the tires, and of course some of that is down to the fact that the driver is kind of screwed up, but a really good 3 and 4. And here we go, as cars are pitting, nice work, and we're actually going to get a run on Gilliland here. Down to the inside. It's going to be a little bit of a close run there, as Gilliland almost got into the wall. Couldn't quite pull off the pass this time around, but we're... And there we go. Gilliland is coming into the pits. Assuming he is. Yes, he is. So I guess we were about to pass Gilliland, but that's not going to happen.
Every position is more
but we are going to move all the way up to 21st position and lap some cars. So that's pretty good. As I definitely drove a little too hard into turn 1 that time. Lost 3/10 down the back straightaway. Probably going to be worse because of the bad corner exit. Jimmy Johnson leading in a chase race. What a shocker that is. Gonna run right down next to the white line. Actually, the car's handling better over the long run. Either that or I'm just figuring out how to drive it. But at the same time, I feel like I'm gonna probably still take some wedge out, because I feel like I can really utilize the fresh tires much better at the start of a run with a loose car, as we actually are faster on this lap than we have been all race long, which is kind of nice. Nice to see green numbers. Crew chief is concerned about my fuel. Look how concerned I am. I just smacked the wall. And that makes no sense, but we did our fastest lap of the race. I think we can run one more lap, which I am going to do. And we've taken the lead. I don't know when we took the lead, but we did. So into the lead we go. I think I can make it one more lap. It's going to be close. But that's why we do this, huh? Make it exciting for the fans. As I scrape the wall just barely scraped the wall. That was just very, very close. In fact, we're going to lap the field here. That's pretty cool.
Keep an eye on that fuel, buddy. She won't run on fumes. Do when you have to.
I understand that. We're coming in this time. And all the way down the back straightaway, full throttle, and now clutch is in. Brakes are on. And into the pits we go. And we'll see where we come out. Turn a wedge out, 4 tires and fuel. Pretty standard pit stop. We're going to see where we actually cycle around once we get out of the pits. Obviously, we put a lap on the field, but again, they're going to come around and pass, as I can already see them in the tri-oval. There they go. So where are we going to cycle out when we come out on the back straightaway here?
Awesome job, guys. Great teamwork.
Okay, go get him, man. We're still one of the fastest cars out there. Keep hitting your marks.
Actually, not going to be too bad if I can just not get hit. Or hit somebody. Okay, so 37. We actually gained a position from where we started, which was 38, but obviously Casey Mears with a full head of steam there going around us. So we're right back where we started. But we got around some guys. In fact, look at all the Sport Clips cars in the back here. What is that what is going on there?
Clear up top.
Gibbs is running its 2017 pace. So we get into turns 1 and 2. Just see the shower of sparks.
Clear on the high side.
As we get down there into 1 and 2, but definitely car handling just a little bit better now. So let's break it immediately on the back of Carl Edwards' car.
It's too fast, man. Check up.
Yes, I understand that. Okay, well, let's try that again. It looks like Waltrip and Yaley are the 2 cars behind.
Over your outside.
So we're going to have to get through 1 and 2 pretty fast here to pull away from them. I think we will be able to do that. Yes, we will. Okay, so now let's set off in pursuit of the pack here. The problem is they take away my lane. It's just anytime we get down in the corner, it just seems like there's always an AI standing there waiting to block my path. Especially in 3 and 4. That's a big time bugaboo. As we get down here in 1 and 2, we should have a pretty good advantage on our best lap. Yes, there we go. The corner exit was much better than we have had previously. And I would hope that I would be setting my fastest laps of the race on fresh tires. But that time I did not, because I got through 3 and 4 quite badly. But again, the AI, they've been in the pits much earlier than I have.
Let's go.
So you would assume that I'm going to start making up some time here, as my tires are significantly less worn than theirs are.
The guy behind is starting to get close.
Yeah, thanks, bud. Okay, throttle on. We should be off the corner quite well there. There you go. And our fastest lap of the race, just by a tenth. We're still not into the magical 28s that I was in qualifying, but I think if I don't screw this lap up, I will be in the 28s. So we're a tenth up already. Down here into 3 and 4. On the throttle hard. Should be able to get off the corner without too much drama, which we are. And now we're actually catching the back of Carl Edwards.
Man, that was fast. You just hit a new personal best right there.
There you go.
Great job.
Actually, the best personal best. The best personal best? I don't know. But that was my best lap I've apparently ever turned at Charlotte, which is pretty cool. Very cool. Alright, let's get down here into turn number 3. Drive underneath Danica Patrick. Trying to get too aero loose behind Edwards and Burton. Don't even know if that's a thing in the... or aero tight, I guess. I don't even know if that's a thing in this physics engine. I'm guessing it's not.
We're up high.
But it sounds good to say, right? That is how you do it right there. That is how you do it. We just put Carl Edwards in the wall to pass him. That is how you do it right there. So let's get down here into 3 and 4. Now set off in pursuit of the other Sport Clips cars. I almost went up and tapped the wall there, as we've already got cars pitting in. So we're a half tank up on those guys. So we'll definitely probably be able to make up a full stop on those guys.
Okay, let's go. We
By
gotta
the
step
end
it
of the
up.
race. As the car just sparks all the way down. 1 and
Car in
2.
front's heading to the pit.
And how many cars are coming in this time? Looks like possibly, no, Denny Hamlin. I was going to say possibly Denny Hamlin. He's the only car that
Left
didn't
side's
hit in
clear.
that group. And we'll move up to 30th. But again, we've got a long way to go before we need to come into the pits. So it's all good in the hood right now as we kind of cross down. Probably could have gone faster through 1 and 2. Though the time is saying that I've actually gained a little bit on where I was coming into 1. And Hamlin still hasn't come into the pits. But he did get slowed up by the guys coming into the pits,
really good, buddy.
if that makes any sense. And I
Way to go.
almost
Keep it going.
ran into the back of him, so I had to be very careful there. And let's see if we can get down next to the white line. No. Didn't quite make up any time on Hamlin there. You have to try him
Car in
again
front's
here
heading
into
to the pit.
turn number 3, and it doesn't look like it's going to matter anyway, because it'll probably Hamlin is coming in, which indeed he is. So we go. We're going to make a pretty
Nice. Top
pretty
10.
much
Okay,
gain.
let's hustle.
Going to make a lot of gains there, all the way up to 9th. Still with a quarter tank of fuel to go. And now a clear track ahead, which I'm going to immediately put the car in the wall for. But we lapped some guys, and that's always a good thing. Probably lapping them twice, actually, now that I think about it. They're probably 2 laps down. To me, I would think.
Good job.
Right?
Really good. Come on, man. Just
Either
keep a
that or
good
they actually
pace.
got
You're
out
doing good.
ahead. No, that's Waltrip, so he's 2 laps down to me. Or about to be. He's 1.8 laps down to me, I guess, you could say. And Jimmy is in the pits. The Juggernaut is pitting, so we'll be able to pass him as we come around 3 and 4. Hopefully don't hit the wall. Thank you. But I definitely need to work on my exit speed. It seems like exit speed's
That's what I'm
the
talking about. We got the fastest car and the best driver.
way you get it done here. Is you heard the spotters sing my praises, which I guess I appreciate. So we're a lap ahead of Truex, a lap ahead of Busch. Boosh. We still got a long way to go again on fuel. So can we pass and lap Michael Waltrip? Yes, we can. So
Right's all clear,
put him a
bud.
lap down. This feels nice. I like lapping cars. That is for certain.
We having fun out there?
Yes, indeed we are. Look at that. The spotter responded to me. I don't even need to connect on a PS3 to do that. Take that, F1 2017, you and your interactive Jeff. I've got interactive whiny spotter on my PlayStation 3 copy of NASCAR 15. As we get this is something, just kind of a meta thing. I'm still amazed that people watch these NASCAR 15 videos. That I just do not understand what the appeal is anymore.
Fuel, buddy. Take a look
People
at your
do.
gauge.
People watch them.
Eyeside's clear.
It's like now that with NASCAR Heat 2 coming out 2 days from now, there are still people that are interested in NASCAR 15. It's now 2 games behind in terms of the curve. Oy. Boink into the wall. Okay, that was a bad corner.
Coming in this time.
And I think I'm going to agree with the spotter
Whatever
on
you're
that
doing,
one.
you just keep doing it.
I think it's probably a good time to pit, especially because I just ran a really bad first and second corner. And we're getting the fuel alarm. Wonderful. Okay, into the pits we go.
We can't go many more
Getting out
laps
of the
on this
way
fuel.
of the AI in 3 and 4 is probably a good idea. So stop number 2 is coming up. Everything is going according to plan, right meow, as we get the 4 tires and fuel on. No adjustments this time. I felt the car was quite good, and we're already getting past for the lead, I believe, unless those are lappers. It's hard to tell from this perspective.
Way to go,
And
boys.
I don't know why
Nice
the
pit.
AI decided to drive the car out of the
Push that
pits
pace
like a
now, buddy. Stay
complete
focused.
klutz.
We can do this. Let's go to work now, buddy. Come on.
We just did a whole John Force burnout, trying to get out of the pits, and the car is still not really wanting to respond.
Better move right there,
Don't be
man.
the guy that
Great
brings out the
save.
yellow
We're
spinning
okay.
out of the pit lane. Well, that we just lost some time doing that, for sure.
Car up
And we got
high.
passed back by Carl Edwards.
3 back. Coming
Despite all that
high.
work we did earlier.
Clear up high.
Oh, Ryan Newman, what the? Oh,
Coming
good
low.
God, why is the car so loose?
Got one working the bottom.
The car has
Left
suddenly
side's
gone
clear.
loose for no reason. Okay. Back to 37. Wonderful. We lost 40 seconds in the pits doing that. The car is super loose now. I did not adjust anything on the car. I didn't touch it. That is obnoxious. Well, we're just gonna have to make do with what we've got. You know, loose is fast, at least I'm told. So let's see if we can really take advantage of being loose, I
That's
suppose.
a full second you made up on the driver in front. Way to go, buddy.
As long as we don't pinch it off here in turn 2. Okay, it's stuck, which is nice. Full 10th. That was close. That was I was kind of not looking at the wall. I was looking at the apex of the corner, and I very nearly safer barriered myself there.
30 to go. 3-0.
So we are close to getting lapped, which would not be advantageous at all from the perspective of, hey, we could win this on fuel mileage. Well, to win it on fuel mileage, we kind of desperately need to not get lapped. As the car is just bottoming out so much in turn 3 and 4. And I really should have gotten on the
We've
brakes
been here
earlier
before,
there.
buddy. Come on.
But I
let's pick it
didn't.
up.
Thankfully, Johnson is mired in traffic, so hopefully that'll keep him preoccupied for the remainder of his fuel run. We get right down the white line there.
Car in front's heading to the pit.
And we're already getting pit stops once again from the AI. As Smith was coming into the pits, I was
Clear
winding
low.
up to pass him, but I didn't need to in the first place because he was coming in
We
anyway.
got this, buddy.
So let's see if we can get a net threat here. 1 and 2 has been a pretty good corner for me, at least on these starts of the runs, but that's not going to happen that time. Starts of the runs? That sounds a bit White Castle if I've ever heard something like that before. Okay, here we go. Into turn number 3. Get it kind of down into the corner. A little bit of understeer on exit. Can we pass and net the threat here with some draft? Nice Flying J genuine draft there.
Right's clear.
Got down to the inside and
Car
passed
outside. Trying to get to
very
your corner.
cleanly Michael Annette.
Clear right side.
What a shocker. So down the back straightaway. Now into
Car
turn
in
number
front's heading to the
3.
pit.
Just kind of ease it in there. That actually was probably one of the better corner entries I've had the whole day. And it actually looks like I'm going to benefit from it. Just be a 10th off my best lap so far. And we're here in 18th place. Gonna kind of work around the outside of the track, down the back straightaway, and looking for somewhere to get around. That's Jeb Burton. And he's going very slow coming out of the pits, but we managed to lap him, which is good. And now move up to 12th place, 11th, 9th by the line. So that's all good. Johnson still leads, but I've actually brought a gap out between myself and Johnson.
Clear left side.
I definitely think it was closer. I guess if you were paying attention to the intervals, you probably could have seen how much I've actually gained on Johnson. There we go, lapping Danica Patrick, who was very kind and didn't try to wreck me at all.
Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
We go up to 5th place. So not too bad there from that perspective. Actually didn't get into turn 1 particularly well because I bounced off the wall. Johnson's still coming, or still out on the track, but he's mired in cars coming out of the pits. That's not going to help my cause any. Getting up into the 3 and 4 wall. And do we gain any positions? Yeah, we go up to 2nd once again. So Johnson absolutely stretching the fuel beyond pretty much anybody but me, but now Johnson is in the pits. And we've only lapped all the way up to 6th place.
We're on the inside.
As definitely the guys in the front have better race pace. And they've been able to pull away while I've been having shenanigans in traffic and shenanigans like that, just tapping the wall. Every little bit will lose you just that much.
Clean air here, buddy. Let's get into a rhythm.
As we have taken the lead from Jimmy Johnson. And we actually lap
Car 3 back.
all the way up to 3rd. So there you go. We've still got the whole field to lap down.
Back.
Well, aside from Jimmy Johnson, we should be lapping as we come around. Hopefully the car doesn't get in the wall, which it didn't.
Car 2 back.
And Jimmy's actually coming out of the pits, so it's not going to be
Nice and smooth. You're way out in front. Use that clean air.
it's not going to be as
Car
clean
inside, just looking.
a passive
He's right
Johnson
on
as
you.
we would have liked, but Kurt Busch is coming.
He's charging.
And it looks like Kurt Busch may take the lead as we're going to go 3 wide for what is essentially the lead.
Stay up.
But Kurt Busch takes
Clear down
2nd,
low.
which essentially means Kurt Busch has taken the lead in the race. Now obviously, we got a while to go, and Johnson is racing in that
Okay, 20
pack.
to go.
But we lead the race by a lap. And we still
Car
got a
inside,
couple
trying to
laps
get to your
before
corner.
we need to come into the pits. And you start to think, if this thing keeps going the way it's going, certainly we're going to make up a full stop on everybody else. Possibly 2 on the back markers. So that's, this is really positive the way this is going right now. You just got to stay in front. Probably got 2 or 3 more laps here on the fuel tank that we can
We
make.
can do this all day.
And all we got to do is just kind of maintain pace, because you can see they're not really gaining that fast on me, and their tires are wearing. So my car's really good on the long run, just maintaining pace. It's not a good 1-lap car, but it's a good multiple lap car. As we definitely made a
3 back,
mistake
coming low.
there.
Car approaching low. Way to ride out of that one. Move down low.
So why didn't I spin out intentionally there,
Low side's clear.
when I definitely probably should have? Well,
Gotta go real easy on the fuel.
we need to
Run the
keep
stretches
this
down a little
race
bit,
green
Or maybe pit. It's your call.
to make this work. So since I've already lost the time, I'm gonna bring her
Stay
in.
low.
Probably should have brought her in the last time.
Car approaching
Oh,
high.
this is gonna be, that was almost terrible. Okay, so once again, stop number 3. Here we go. All right, in the pits, 4 in fuel. We've already lost the lead, so we'll probably actually lose a lap to Jimmy Johnson, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's, again, this is the way it's gonna have to go. I don't know if we can make it 17 laps on this last tank of fuel. We're gonna have to wait and see. It's gonna be close, that's for sure.
Now that's one of the fastest of today. Awesome work, guys. Awesome work.
Okay, let's get back in that rhythm. Let's go get these boys.
Okay, so the key is
Come on,
not to
you
lose
just
a
gotta
lap
be
here, so
smooth
we
and
need to
calm.
join
Hit
back
4.
up with the track. which is fine because nobody else is coming out of the pits anyway. And we just need to stay ahead of Johnson. That is the key right now. So clean air, 35th place. Now it seems like the car wants to understeer. Are they making adjustments without asking me? Well, there you go. We just saw Chase Elliott come into the pits. So we've already made up a stop on him. So we're starting to already really see the benefits of our saving. And we're running what it would be our fastest lap of the race right now. Again, what we need to be doing. We're down into 3 and 4 here. Hard on the throttle. Should have a really good exit here.
You just closed down the guy in front by 8/10.
There you go. The spotter is pleased. Fastest lap of the race. Almost. Just a 100th off of Johnson's best lap of the race. 100th off. So we're right where we need to be pace-wise. It's going to come down to, oh, that was...
Yep, caution's out.
Oh, no. Well, there it was. Finally a yellow. It took that long, and it's a wall glitch between Vickers and Larson. So
Take a deep breath, buddy. Focus. We can do this.
everybody
Don't
came
spin your
into
tires
the
on the
pits
restart.
except for me. We're leading the race. We've got 11 laps to go. Can we hold it? That's going to be a definite question. But I wonder how the fuel's going to go. Everybody else pitted under that yellow. Well, that's going to solve it.
Stay on the bottom.
All right, damage
Outside.
control time. We'll make sure we don't lose too many positions here.
Coming on the high side. Car outside. Check your inside. The leader's a second ahead.
Oh boy, howdy. This is just not going to
Looking
go
low.
well, is it? Okay, so we fell all the way back to 17th. Just lift
Car right
ever
behind
so
you.
slightly. Get her down into 3 and 4. That's where I know I'm
Car
faster.
3 back.
Oh
coming
boy,
low.
howdy. That is just some close.
Cover
This
your
is some
outside.
close racing right now.
Closing up top. On
And
your
everybody
bumper.
else is on fresher tires than me, which
Car
is
in
a
line
bit
with
of
you.
unfortunate.
Stay low.
I'm trying to. The
One
car's
back,
washing
coming
up.
high.
Tony
Just
Stewart's
as
going to get
fast
to the
as him. Let's chase
inside.
him back down. Car tucked in behind you.
Bounce off the wall,
Hold
bounce
there.
off of Tony Stewart. It's all good. Redneck Jesus to the outside.
Looking
Oh,
really
boy.
good, buddy. He's coming on the inside. The driver in first, 2 seconds ahead.
Good grief. All right,
Right's all clear, bud.
all right. We managed to stay ahead. I don't know how, but we did.
10 to go.
10 laps to go.
Right side's clear. Car up top. One
That's
back.
going to be the question. Is everybody going to need to stop again? Am I going to need to stop again?
On your bumper.
This is tense stuff. Here we go, behind Stenhouse. Got a good draft. Got one of those controller vibrating
still on ya.
drafts. That's pretty cool.
9 to go.
We're 8/10 behind. 9
Watch your rear.
laps
He's
to
coming up
go.
fast. Watch your rear.
All right, come on, car. Here we go. Nice through 1 and 2.
Clear.
Now down the back straightaway. Nice run. Hopefully can sneak to the inside of Stenhouse here. Oh, Tony, Tony, Tony. What are you doing? And then Stewart
Put it on the left.
slides up the track a little bit. Not quite into the back of Menard.
8 to go.
8 laps to go. I'm not feeling that like there's going to be a lot of pit stops. It's possible. But again, we'll see. There is a car on pit lane. It's possible that car stayed out. It may have been one of the lappers who stayed out to try to gain track
Looking
position.
inside. One up top.
Oh,
Take
no,
it fast,
no,
man.
no, 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 no.
Okay, let's go get him.
Oh, there they
Yellow
go.
flag, yellow flag.
Ah, finally got turned into the wall. Finally happened. I thought I was going to have a Rec 3 race, and the cone gets killed. Alright, 4 tires, repairs, splash of fuel. There's too many cars coming into the pits to be on 2 less stops than they are.
Great pit stop.
Alright, we're restarting this
Doing great, buddy.
28th,
That pit stop's gonna make all the difference.
so I don't know how we're going to be able to get to the front here, but you just got to hope those guys on old tires at the front are going to slow everybody down, possibly pit as well. 5 laps to go here. How's it going to shake out?
momentum. Let's go. Like we said today, nice and smooth. Stay focused. Closing on the bottom.
Well, I thought that was going to be shaken out. Car's
Left side's
spinning,
clear.
but apparently we managed to save it. We're down to 30th, but this field's a little bit spread out.
He's coming on the outside.
I'll work the tires in, work the tires in, work the tires in. We lose a little bit. Oh, Allmendinger again, really?
Nice job, buddy. Great save. Let's get back in the gas.
Okay, here we go.
One on the bottom.
Look at that slide job. Just
Clear
completely had the back end bowed out the whole way around the corner, but we managed to make it
Coming
stick.
on the high side. The leader is 4
Block the
seconds in
Doge.
front.
In underneath the net, the threat. Just gotta push the throttle as hard to the ground as we
One
can.
back. Coming low. Clear low.
Car's a little
Car
bit
approaching
loose,
your
gotta
rear.
admit. Everybody's real slow in the top lane there. Gonna get up behind Michael McDowell here, try to get to the inside. He's
Car up top.
a little bit faster than me, but
Four
we're
to
able to
go.
pass. 4 laps to go.
Clear on the high side.
There's a big group of cars up here. I could theoretically pass.
Watch your inside.
Get up into the wall there.
Car approaching low.
Car sparking,
Car
bottoming
inside
out
you.
the whole way down the back straightaway.
Pulling
Oh
up
no!
Yellow, yellow.
That's annoying. Well, there you go. Finally happened. I think I got turned by the Doge, but I can't remember. I literally can't remember 5 seconds after it happened. Selective memory, everybody. I'm not
Don't
gonna
make a
pit.
move.
Are
You
you
gotta do it
nuts?
quick.
We got a
Do it
green
as a
light
restart.
checker here. And clearly track position is all that matters here at Charlotte, so we're going to be real careful on the throttle here, hopefully not get too much wheel spin, but I'm not making any guarantees or promises or anything. Here we go.
Nice and easy.
He's
Just
out.
keep doing what you've been doing.
There you go.
Nobody's going to make it
Nope.
easy for us today, buddy.
Well, I thought I was going to get away with it. Then I got wheel
Clear
spin
left side.
in 3rd gear,
Car one
which
back.
is a bit weird, for sure.
Watch your rear.
Come on, car, don't
Car in line
lose
with
too
you.
much.
Looking
Adhesion
high.
with the road, got to block Trevor Bain. We've lost a position from the
Car
restart,
right behind
which is
you.
wonderful. But hopefully the bottom
one back.
lane moves.
He's right on you.
Oh, there goes Earnhardt down to the inside. We're
Looking
in the
outside.
middle, 3 wide.
Keep
Thank
it
God
right
this is
there,
a
buddy.
NASCAR heat. Oh, God, through the grass.
Car approaching high.
Oh, boy, that just, I can't
one
believe I
behind you.
managed to not crash there.
Car
Can't
at
believe I
your
didn't
door.
manage to
Down
crash
low.
there.
At your door. Come
No,
on.
no.
First is leading by 3 seconds. He's coming high.
Screw you, Casey Mears. Well, Regan Smith is out of the race.
Checkered flag.
Well, if we're going to finish 36th, might as well do it that way. Now I've got to race Casey Mears to the finish. Oh, good God, really? Wow, he beat me because I couldn't get back to the throttle. That's a bit annoying. Oh well, let's just spin across the line.
Too bad, man. I know you tried the best you could.
37. Okie dokie, I'll take it. Well, there's our chase bugaboo for sure. You knew it was going to happen. Regan Smith DNF because of the crash at the very end. Yeah. We led 13 laps. But Jimmy Johnson dominated this race. He deserved to win it, and he's going to punch his ticket to the next round. But, yeah, we're going to have to reconvene and do better in the next 2 races for sure. Otherwise, we're out at the NASCAR 15 chase. So let's head back to the race shop. And this isn't NASCAR heat, so we don't have to do that. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was a long, hard-fought race. I'm hoping that the next race is better. Looks like Elio Castroneves had a good run. He almost stole one at Charlotte, but he wasn't quite there. But Cole Witt got 4th. That's also good. Actually, this is a pretty messed up running order now that I think about it. Okay, see you in the next video.